hive cluster is under attack.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Third World, it's going to be Larva, it's going to be Mini, it's going to be a PvZ. Bottom left, it is our Zerg player, it is a Larva. Haven't had a Larva game in a while, good to have him back. And on the top right, it is Mini, who is an excellent Protoss player. He is blue today, so blue versus purple, better than yellow versus yellow, and this is Third World. You guys know this map, right? Only workers can get through this little gate and this little gate. So, you have to transport attacking units through shuttles or overlords unless you build a hatchery here or, you know, a gateway here. And then you can produce them on the other side. You got a natural on this side of that gate and a third base. Just pretty much equidistant here between the two of you. So fighting over this is pretty darn common. And again, flying units and dropping is extremely common here on Third World because there are a lot more resources on this side of the map than on this side of the map. Alright. So we will see how Larva and Mini handle the weirdness of Third World, and this is Terry the Overlord. Terry, you're the star of your own t-shirt, 2 t-shirts, and a mug at falconpaladin.store. Highly requested, a Terry the Overlord shirt, and we just threw in a mug as well. So, go ahead and check it out at falconpaladin.store. There's a link at the top right here for you to click. You can shop in your own currency. There's a drop down at the top right at falconpaladin.store with so many different currencies. Here we go. We're going for an 11 hatch from Larva. Okay, and, a gateway opening here from Mini. Zealots are in your future, man. Anyway, falconpaladin.store, home of the Terry t-shirt. We have one with Terry the Overlord's likeness and Terry the Overlord printed on it in words. And if you don't want the words, there's just a Terry the Overlord with only his picture on it. And again, a mug with Terry the Overlord. We've got hoodies, 2 separate types, one lighter, one a little bit heavier, in different colors, no less. We've got a beanie, just a nice little warm winter hat, if you're in the northern hemisphere, or maybe if you're in the southern hemisphere, preparing for the cold season. That's going to show up in about 6 months or so. Maybe even sooner than that, depending on where you are in the southern hemisphere. Yeah, man, falconpaladin.store. Good place to be. Like it quite a bit. We already sent a drone through here because going for a going for a quick third base when a Zealot's on the way to try to cause you problems is not super ideal, but I don't know. Larva's going to be fine. Larva's macro's insane. His macro's really good. Again, we haven't seen him in a while, but I love him. Spawning pool finishing up, Zealot says. Okay. Well, there are speedlings on the way, and by that I mean, there we go. They just got started. So Zealot's going to try to kill some of these drones. How does that sound? Drones, run! Ah! Oh, I cannot believe that one got through. I thought for sure Mini would attack it. Nope. Lings don't take that long to build, which is the saving grace here for Larva, but when the Zealot's in your mineral line, it's bad times. You can't just pull all your workers off. Oh, one drone dies. Good micro here on both players' sides, actually. Then the Lings pop in. Okay, Probe gets killed by the Lings first. This guy's got 1 kill, which isn't exactly, you know, his goal today was not to get a single kill. Oh, that's all he's going to get, too. All right, that was a little bit brutal for Mini. Second Zealot heading on down, but... Oh, actually, third Zealot. This is the second Zealot. Hey, man. How's it going, Mr. Other Zealot here? Lings. Oh, get around behind the minerals. Don't be in here because you get surrounded and die. Yeah, super annoying. More Zealots, more Zealots, more Zealots, more Zealots. Okay, so it is just Zealot time across the board here. This is Mini trying to kill his Zerg opponent with Zealots, which we've seen Bisu do. I don't know if we've ever seen another Protoss pull this off on the channel before, honestly. Like, I will never forget. I've seen Bisu do it a couple times during Cheese compilations that we've done. It's probably getting time for another one, I would guess. Cheese comps are a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, Bisu just like, have another Zealot, have another Zealot, have another Zealot. And Zerg players like, ah, and then they just die. In fairness, I don't think we've seen Bisu do this to Larva before. So Larva, I don't know, held that pretty well. Lost a couple drones, maybe, but he's at 19 drones still, so not worried about it. Terry's gonna die, because guess what this is? A cybernetics core, and then we're gonna get a Stargate. But the Stargate is delayed because of the number of Zealots that were produced, right? That's minerals. That's like 400, 500 minerals that were produced there, or spent there on Zealots. It delays the lair here for our guy Larva, too, because he had to make this many Lings. So, I don't don't know, even Steven across the board there. Spire timing should be good enough to deal with the Corsairs that will show up from Mini. No question about it. Yeah, I was just thinking, I did my live stream earlier today. I'm casting this on a Sunday. And if you haven't watched the live streams, you really should, man. They're a lot of fun. We try to mix in lower level replays, fastest map, team game type stuff, higher level fastest map, and even some pro level 1v1s get mixed in there too. We had a really nice Flash versus Queen game last week. We additionally had a Snow versus Shine game. I mean, across the board. And Jaedong too. Jaedong was in the mix as well, playing against, I think it was actually Mini on this map. So small world for sure. Yeah, check those out. Watch the VODs if you want to. Those are available. I chapter them. So if you go click on it, it'll show you, okay, so starting at this point in time, it's this game. And this point in time, it's this game. So you can just skip through and watch the pro games if you want. If you're fastest map aficionado, you can just watch the fastest maps. Double Stargate opening. Mini. What are we up to here? We're up to all of the Corsairs known to Protoss kind is what we're up to. Dude, Larva, are you getting a 4th base when your opponent doesn't have a 3rd base yet? Mistake! Alert, mistake! More Zealots are showing up. There are not nearly enough Zerglings to deal with 4 Zealots. Larva has miscalculated broadly here. Yeah, it's like 4 Lings versus 5 Zealots. That's not happening. Drones are trying to fight. I love the animation of the drones spitting their acid spines at these Zealots. It's like, it looks like it should be doing more damage than it is. It's not doing more damage than it is. It's doing exactly as much damage as it is. But, yeah. I mean, actually, you know what? 5 kills on that one Zealot is pretty effective, but dude, Larva's a magician. Seriously. I feel like he held that way better than anyone has any right to. Plus, he held his 4th, well, his 4th base is held because Zealots can't get over here right now. There's not a robo. Oh, Overlord speed kicks in. I don't know if this is Terry. It might be Terry. Do you have another kill? Nope. Yeah, that's Terry. Ah, Ling run by Bob the Zealot. You gotta hold. Oh, you gotta hold the wall. So he comes in, and he knows, obviously, dude, killing this pylon would be sick. Killing this pylon would be good, but there's a Zealot. There are probes fighting this. They're not Jaedonglings, but they are Larvalings, which are pretty darn effective in the hands of a guy named Larva. Yeah, I mean, like I said, air units are popular on this map. I cast one of the weirdest PvZs in the history of the channel on this map. I want to say it was Queen, and I don't remember who the Protoss was, but man, we got Devourers in that game. We got Scouts in that game. We got some Ensnare with Queens in that game. Like, there was so many air units flying around in a PvZ. It was crazy. It was so fun. I think I called it a most weird fun style game. It was awesome. Truly awesome. So if you want a link to that one on Third World, let me know. I'll respond to your comment directly with a link to that game because I love you and I read every comment anyone ever makes on the channel. I know some of you don't believe it, but it's true. Ask me a question. I'll respond. Unless it's a bot. You'll never know, will you? No, there's no bot. I don't get enough comments that I can't just respond to everyone that's ever made. If I want to. There's comments I don't want to respond to. It happens. Dude, that Overlord is so dead. Yeah, these are +1 Corsairs. There's already 5 of them because he's been double pumping. These Hydras are like, die. Okay, one of the Corsairs actually dies. A little bit careless from Mini. Don't like that. You want 5 Corsairs, not 4. Reavers in production, mass-producing Hydras. Zealots have been unloaded by the shuttle onto the other side of Third World. And they're going to harass this 4th base because this is where Mini's like, crap, there's a 4th base already? That's super bad. Yes, it is, actually. It's really bad. Dude, this drone stacking is actually outputting a lot of DPS onto these Zealots, way more than I expected it to. Larva's a boss. 3rd base coming up here is a little dangerous because there are Hydras on this side of the map, and if they wander up this way, that's just a dead base. There's no saving it. I mean, maybe when these cannons are up, a small number of Hydras can't do anything about it, but right now, it's a long way to go, right? You got to go down this ramp and up this way and around this way and through this thing and across this bridge, and then you're there. So it's an over the river and through the woods scenario. But guess who doesn't have Storm? Yeah, Mini. Guess who kind of has some Reavers? And by that I mean he's got 1 in a shuttle. He's making more. There's a lot of cannons back here, though. Gonna try to Hydra bust this thing. Bring in Overlords because he is worried that there's DTs. Oh, but the Reavers dropping at the 4th base. The Hydra is gonna have a hard time with that for sure. Dude, this 4th base, again, maybe overstepping a little bit and maybe paying for it now. Is Larva. Oh, good hit. Good hit. Good. I mean, you got to run away. You run away from scarabs. That's how this works. Okay, so he's got drops now, obviously. So he's trying to bring some Hydras over to this side of the map. Actually, maybe go for a drop into the main base of Mini, which doesn't really have anything to stop this at all. Oh, dude. Zealots versus Hydras. Reavers versus Hydras. Beautiful stuff. Okay, boom. 1,000,000 Hydras are in your main base at 10 minutes. What are you gonna do, Mini? Everything's gonna die. No, we're gonna bring a Reaver in. And we're gonna save the day. Ow. Focus on the shuttle. Focus the shuttle. Oh, I'm so distracted. These Hydras are kind of killing probes, but, like, they're the same problem here. We got, ooh, up the ramp Reaver shot. Sick stuff from Mini. Another shot, running away. Hydra group. Little injured. Varying degrees of not alive here. And, you know, considering Mini didn't really have anything at all when these guys showed up, I'm going to give him, like, a rating of 9 out of 10 for being able to hold that attack. That was amazing. He lost some probes, but, like, I thought that was going to be way worse. I thought the Robo-Bay was going to die. I thought, like, all these probes would be dead. Nah, Mini said, it'll be fine. Overlord down, supply blocking Larva again. Yes, it's a good map for a lot of Corsairs. I mean, any map with, you know, a lot of air involved is good for a lot of Corsairs. Outsider is the same way. Woof. Yeah, so I did my stream today, and, you know, I ordered myself a pizza. People did some super chats for me, donated some money for pizza, so I got a pizza. Thanks everyone who did that, if you're watching this. And then I watched The Last of Us on HBO, episode 2, which was... I'm trying not to spoil anything, but I will just tell you, everyone who's played The Last of Us, who's played the video game, there's a point in episode 2, and I was expecting this to happen, but I heard... And I recoiled in just, like, PTSD terror. Oh. It really got me. Attack here from Larva. Okay, kills all the cannons on the left side of the Nexus. Can actually stop kind of some of the mining up here. Good. This Reaver and Zealot attack at the third base is ruining Larva, though. Oh, man. Yeah, hatch down. Macro hatch gonna die. Hydralisk gonna die. Hydras pop out of their Larva and immediately die, but it's another big Hydra drop inside a Larva's base. This is crazy pants, man. Oh, man. The absolute display of Protoss Micro right now is through the roof. Mini is killing it. I don't think he's lost a Reaver yet. Okay, he's not... He is. He's making more scarabs for the Reavers, which is good. He's using... Oh, he's using Reavers to clear out the Hydras at this third base, too. And these Overlords are flying right past cannons. One of them dies. Dude, I think Mini's alright. I really do. He's doing some incredible stuff with Reavers and dropships and Corsairs and Zealots, and he's supply blocking Larva at least 3 times today. Of course, he's up to 100 available. Up to 84 available supply, which isn't as much as 100 because he keeps losing Overlords. Ooh, good snipe on that shuttle. Ooh, is there a Reaver in that? Oh, maybe that was just the one that had... No, I think there were 3 Reavers. I think there was a Reaver and some Zealots in that one. Ah, Scourge tried to connect on this shuttle. Nope. More Overlords dying. Dude, it's effectively another supply block on Larva. Larva had 100 supply. He's down to 68 now. Bad. But yeah, anyway, clicking sounds, man. Freaky stuff. And then HBO was like, hey, you'd probably like Chernobyl. And I was like, I watched Chernobyl on HBO when it came out. It was amazing. But one of the head writers, one of the head creators of The Last of Us show is the creator and writer of Chernobyl, Craig something. I don't remember his last name. So I was like, you know what? Let's watch an episode of Chernobyl just for old time's sake. So I watched that. I watched episode 2, which has, if you haven't watched Chernobyl, it is the best thing from 2019 and maybe the best thing from the last 5 years. I cannot express to you how good it is. It's about the nuclear plant explosion in Chernobyl in the 80s in the USSR, and it is so well done. It's great. So I watched episode 2, and a lot of amazing stuff happens, and I was just like, oh man, Chernobyl was good. I just reminded how good it was. And then HBO was like, hey, as a couple hits there on that Scourge, you should watch Station 11. which is also on HBO, if you like The Last of Us. And I was like, you know what? I do. So then I watched the first episode of Station 11. It was really good. It was pretty good. There was some, like, darker humor to it than I was expecting there to be. It's a book, and I could see how some of the stuff maybe worked better in the book than it did in the show. But anyway, enough about that. Hydra's dealing... Oh, they got one of the Reavers. Dude. Oh, they're taking casualties, man. Ow. Ow. Oh, Hydras are dying by the dozens here. Enough Hydras on reinforcement come in. Yeah, man, third world PvZs are always a bloodbath. An absolute knockdown, drag them out. Everything dies all the time kind of a thing. 108 to 80 supply. Mini's up in overall supply, which is not where Larva wants to be. He's replaced his third. He's maybe considering expanding to the top left there for a fifth. His fourth base has survived, though it is bleeding. He's expanded down to the bottom right here. Got some Hydras ready to defend that one as well. So Mini, Scourge, do not... Oh, one connect, one miss. Well, not a miss. They got shot out of the sky. Templar Archives on the way. Queen's Nest coming in for our guy, Larva. But yeah, Larva is not happy. He's at 35 workers to 44 probes on the other side of the map here. He's down 114 to 93 total supply. Also not great. Whoa, and finally, Mini's getting speed for his Zealots. I thought they looked a little slow, but they've been effective so far. They've been pretty okay. Slow Zealots, maybe he forgot. He's like, man, these Zealots are doing great. And then he's like, wait, why are they? Oh, I forgot about speed. Crap. Anywho. Boom, boom. Scourge. Two connections. One Corsair goes down. Couple shot down. I just don't... sniping a shuttle is almost better than killing a Corsair when your enemy has a lot of Reavers like this. Because now some of those Reavers are stranded there, right? One of the shuttles is carrying two of the Reavers. And actually, hold on. There's still two shuttles here. Never mind. Nothing is stranded. Everything's fine. The Zealots, I guess, are maybe stranded. Mini expanding to the base south of his third here. A lot of Scourge, a lot of Hydras trying to cruise on in. We got +1 attack on those Hydras. The gateway units, another... Oh, two more Corsairs go... No, a shuttle dies and a Corsair dies there. That's what it was. +1 attack on the gateway units. Scourge coming in from an unexpected angle. See you later, shuttle. Okay, so now the Reavers are earthbound. Now the Reavers can't get picked up. But still, coming up a ramp and there's two Reavers, 4 Reavers in the general vicinity. Dude, Larva is just trying to Scourge his way to victory here. This is maybe the most Scourge I've ever seen produced in a PvZ in my entire life. Look at him just... Waves and waves and waves of Scourge here. 1 Reaver and a bunch of cannons. Oh, 2 Reavers and a bunch of cannons. Enough to hold off infinite Hydras. Makes sense. Reasonable for sure. I don't know. Larva's taking some hits, but he's up to 65 workers, which is an insane number for Zergs. They're very happy about those. Like, a 65 work number for a Zerg is just like, let's throw a party. We did it. We've got a hive and everything. We're going for Flyer Carapace. I'm just going to try to go for Mutas once he takes out most of the Corsairs. Although, man, there are still 7 Corsairs here, and they're scary. Are they still being produced? No. Oops. Corsair. Corsair down. Remember what I said? Oh, another shuttle down. Another Corsair down. Okay, fine. Larva's using Scourge a lot more effectively than we've seen from a lot of Zerg players in the last little while here. So good job by Larva. What else do we expect from this guy? Big attack into the whatever base this is of Larva. Bottom right. High Templar ready to storm. Zealots ready to jump on these Sunkens. Reavers ready to assist. And this Archon getting some serious work done too, although he is going to die. Because, you know, Hydras are the answer to Archons. Oh, he tries to evacuate. He picks up. No? He thought about picking him up, and then he's like, I'm going to die, so no. Let's not do that. Good Reaver hit. And another good Reaver hit. Another good Reaver hit. Zealots, with their speed upgrade, closing the distance against these Hydras. Much, much better all the time. That Archon dies. Kind of confused. Ooh, another Overlord. Oh, supply block on Larva again. But the base lives, and there's actually some drones that survive that engagement. Some miracle way somehow. He's expanding up here too, is Larva. So Larva's casually on 3, 4, 5, 6 total bases with 61 drones, and it is a 4-basing Protoss, but Larva's got to be feeling okay, right? Anytime you have enough money that it just keeps pouring in, And sure, you keep getting supply blocks, so you can't spend it as well. But, you know, it's nice to have a lot of cash available for spending on whatever the heck you want, whenever you want to. All right, where is this shuttle going? A lot of your friends have died today, Mr. Shuttle. Oh, it's just a casual little storm drop. Little storm drop. Pretty good drone pull. Trying to hit him. Man, more Corsairs dying. Good evacuation. Like, fantastic drone evac. He gets it up here to where there's a Zealot already ready for them to arrive. What? How did that even happen? This guy's got +2 attack. He's got speed. He's killing drones. Drones have to fight, but then the assistance of the Hydras really make that happen. I don't know. Right now, it kind of feels like it's a Larva win. He's just got too much economy, man. And sure, this one hatch died over here. This third base did get killed. Mini wiped that one out, but he hasn't killed a base since. He's tried a couple times. He's made some concerted efforts to do it, but bleeding hatcheries or not, they're still there, and they're still functioning properly. A single Mutalisk in production from Larva. Do we think that was possibly a mistake? Because I do. I think... No, oh, he's making 2. Never mind. If you make 1 Mutalisk, it's a mistake Mutalisk, unless you're playing in a TVZ and you've played a bunch of science vessels about 30 seconds ago. But yeah, I mean, in a PVZ, you make 1 Muta. I don't know what the point of that is. Finally, a Defiler Mound coming in at 21 minutes. No, DT. No, DT. Bad. Bad. Get out of there. Oh, there's a whole flock of Mutas here. Okay. I mean, again, it makes sense. He's going to have it. He's like, okay, I've whittled down the Corsair count enough with all of these Scourge to where Corsairs are not a concern anymore. There's 2 Corsairs. They're not being produced anymore. So probably another dead one. Yep, another dead. There's one. I think there's 1 Corsair left. Dude, Larva's doing a better job killing Corsairs in this game than we've seen from Zerg players in a very long time. Hydras, what do we snipe here? High Templar are a good target too. Sniping, maybe a bit, okay. Maybe a bit out of the question here. Oh, walking your Reaver into sunken range. Come on, Mini. Mini's had a few sloppy moments today, and I'm wondering if Larva's going to win partially because of just kind of an overall little loosey-goosey play here from Mini. I don't know. So Scourge taking down that shuttle would be cool. Muta's trying to snipe off the other Reaver, not the one that died to the sunken here. Oh, sniping a High Templar, but losing a couple Mutas in the process. You know, it's 8 Mutas. It's not a Bajillion. Oh, never mind. He's making 9 more. It is a Bajillion Mutalisks. Man, this map is a pretty good one for Mutas. High Templar snipe. +2 Carapace, keeping these Mutas alive a little bit longer. They don't need attack upgrades if they're going to be going after High Templar. Those guys are squishy as they are, but keeping them alive when their friend Dragoons are defending the High Templar, that is what you need them for. Awkward angle to attack into here. I don't know why Mini's doing this other than, obviously, he doesn't want to shuttle his army to the other side of the map. But yeah, Lurker Hydra at this position, a couple High Templar ready to storm. I guess there are some Reavers in the mix here, too. Mutas sacrificing their own lives. Oh, they didn't get this one. Oh, man. All right, Mini's going to try to force his way in here. I lost another Reaver to a sunken. Dude, Mini. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on with Mini today. I don't know if he's, like, tired or what, but he can't lose that many Reavers to stationary defense buildings, man. It's like losing Reavers to cannons. That never happens. Losing to Sunkens, though. I guess Sunkens hit harder, so fewer hits before it dies. Whatever. But, yeah, it's just a 4-basing Protoss versus all the other bases on the entire map Zerg. Dodging a storm, sniping a High Templar. Kind of dodging another storm, but not really. Yeah, Larva's playing well here. Larva fans are very pleased with this. Mini fans are like, what is going on with you, dude? We have some questions. Gateway unit upgrades, +2 attack. Mutalisk upgrades, +2 armor. No attack upgrades. 2-2 on the Hydras and the Lurkers. Haven't seen any Defiler play yet. This bottom right base under attack again. A lot of Lurkers spread out so that one storm can't just kill all of them, which is always nice. No detection in here, though, so an observer can park. This is good. This is nice for Mini. It's like, okay, so there's some mutas, there's a lot of sunkens, there's lurkers. We can just maybe kind of Reaver our way in there, but I don't know, he's just kind of dancing. And look at this. Larva's taken top left. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th base. On third world, it's way too hard to get 7 bases on third world. Mini says, I must have this. I must have it. It is mine. And then a bunch of Hydras and Lurkers flank from the backside, and that's a chance to run. Get out of there, High Templar. Get a storm off. And he does. He gets 10 kills before he dies. And by dies, I mean very much alive. Oh, stasis on a group of Hydras. We don't see stasis against Zerg a lot. Actually, I think they would have died to a Reaver shot if they hadn't been stasis first, so maybe that wasn't the greatest thing to do for Mini, actually. Yeah, I'm a little redundant here, but he does. He does wipe out this bottom right base. The creep will clear. He can build a Nexus here eventually. But it's 135 to 140 supply. Mini's up, and a lot of his supply is Hydras. I mean, a lot of supply, rather, for Mini. Ugh. There's going to be Dragoons and Reavers and Zealots and stuff, but it's a lot of Hydralisks for our boy Larva here. Stasis gonna wear off. Reavers in position. Oh, killing a Lurker and this Hydra group. Ah, they do take a Reaver shot anyway as they were fleeing. Take that, shuttle. Bam! Ah, now you're trapped. Now you can't get airlifted out. Yeah, I mean, this is a kind of a problem on this map for Protoss in general, is it's hard. It's really hard to shuttle your whole army across here. I guess Recall could do it for you. We could see some of that stuff from Arbiters. But for Zerg, it's like, nah, your production facilities are over here anyway because you're building bases. You don't have to invest anything else into gateways, right? Or into barracks or into factories. You just have your stuff available. So it's kind of a map that favors Zerg on a certain level. Oh my gosh, this Reaver, though. This Reaver, though. Yeah, I'm telling you, Mini just on a sheer base number basis here. There's just not a way. There's not a path forward, and Larva has access to this much cash as a Zerg player, and he's this elite of a talent. It's just, okay. Here comes the Dropper Lords! Taking the Arbiter down. The Reaver dies. Everybody here for Mini is toast. 137 to 134 supply. Up is Larva. Up is Larva. And overall supply here. And I think that's it. I really don't see a way for Mini to come back from this thing. He's long distance mining from this base, which is the only one that's not been taken yet. And it is a minerals only base, so it kind of sucks. I guess that's what this one is too, but Yar. Alright, it's a recall up here. Okay, so he recalls a bunch of Archons and High Templar and Zealots. So he's got army on the northern side of the map for kind of the first time right now. At least this kind of an army for the first time over here right now. And he's on the move. Overlords are spread everywhere, so early warning systems are alerted. Obviously, top left base is Sunken Town. Scourge catching Arbiters. Not enough to kill him, though. Yeah, Sunken Hydra Town is not where Archons would like to live. It is a bad neighborhood for them. Scourge taking down one of the Arbiters, but there's a second one here, too. 150 to 120 supply. Larva is just producing 5 Hydras at a time. Overlords for detection purposes. It just, how many Hydras die? It doesn't matter how many Hydras die because he's got another 9 coming later. Yeah, Reaver's picked off. This base is the what Mini needs to win, and he's not allowed to have it. Everybody in that battle dies except for this High Templar, who has 8 total kills and is awesome. But remember what I said about all these Hydras being made? Yeah, 8 Hydras at a time. Bam! Mini taps out, and our guy Larva is our winner in 28 minutes and 54 seconds. Hit that like button if you enjoyed that one. Holy cannoli. That was amazing. What a great game. What a great game from Larva. He dealt with a lot of aggression today from Mini, too. He must have lost 20, 30, 40 Overlords today. Does that seem accurate? It probably does. He deals with early Zealot harass very, very admirably well. Incredibly impressively well. And he holds on to his bases, right? He lost this one, yeah, but every other base that he built today came under attack at some point, except maybe this one. And I guess he lost this one too, never mind. He lost 2 bases today, but he really kept Mini on 4 bases for most of the match when Mini should have been on 5. And possibly even 6. Hard to say. But anyway, yeah, I mean, Larva just making it happen. A lot of Hydras, more Scourge than I've seen in his EVP in a long time. He whittled that Corsair ball down to 0, which is hard to do against an Elite Protoss like Mini. Lost a lot of Scourge, but had beautiful Scourge control to make sure that the ones that he had were pretty effective. Again, Hydralisks everywhere, Overlords for dropping purposes, for detecting purposes, sprinkled Lurkers into the game later on, and then used a big drop attack to make sure this base belonged to him again and not to Mini. Yeah, and just continually dropping units on either side of the walls here, because obviously you just can't walk over. It's tricky. This map requires, you know, a lot of dropping, but Zerg's pretty well equipped for that, because again, you spend 200, all your Overlords are now transports. We don't see it in every game, but I don't see why not. I just think it's a really, really underutilized ability to turn every one of your Overlords into a dropship or a shuttle. It's amazing. Anyway, used to full effect here from Larva today. Crazy, crazy good stuff from him. And yeah, Mini just lost too many Reavers to Sunkens, too many Reavers to Hydras, and I guess a couple Lurkers in there too. High Templar Storms were sick, like really good connections on the Storms on these Hydras today, but just too many bases taken by Larva. He just had too many workers, too much income. It's just really hard to beat a Zerg player that is happily sitting on 60, 65 workers and 6 bases. 222,000 points there for Mini, 224 for Larva. Units killed, about a 5-to-1 kill death ratio for Larva, about a 2-to-3 kill death ratio there. That's interesting. Look at that kill death ratio. Okay. Yeah, so produced 200 units, killed 300. Larva produced 600 and killed 100. So yeah, it's completely flipped here. Larva produced 3 times as many units as Mini did, but Mini killed twice as many units as Larva did. So that's the discrepancy, and that's the problem here. That's why Mini lost the game. Resources, yeah, all those bases outspending your opponent by about 22,000 resources? Yo, in 28 minutes, that's a lot. That's a big number from Larva, and he did it. He pulled it off. He's a monster. He's a boss. Everyone is afraid of him for gosh darn good reason. Fantastic. All right. Good. Truly fantastic game there from Larva. Really can't complain, Zerg players. And Mini needs to clean up his mistakes, but this is just one game. Mini's very good otherwise. So that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.